the greatest gift you can give a young person is confidence.
When you get up and you pick that boat up and you walk the rest of that portage, and then the next portage comes and you lift it up again, that's a feeling where you sit there and you're like, I got this.
Youth today are the same as they've always been. They want to figure out who they are, they want to know where they belong, and they want to know how they can contribute. I think that if more institutions of traditional learning would partner with Outward Bound, then when their students go and have these peak experiences of a wilderness expedition, there can be more front loading and sequencing on the front end for folks that aren't maybe just accustomed to like being plunked in the wilderness. There's also going to be, if those partnerships are there, the key transfer of learning back into their lives in those institutions of traditional learning.
I think what I wanted to gain the most within myself as a result of this was just the confidence to know that I could get through a challenging and unfamiliar experience, even if I didn't have any previous experience in that field.
Honestly, my number one thing was just to have a good time and come out with some new bonds. I didn't really know how much 2 weeks could change my life or anything.
I was hoping to gain a lot of independence before college. I was a little bit nervous about going into it without my family and people that I know, but I was hoping that I would be able to feel more confident in myself and my ability to take care of myself, both outdoors and in the world in general.
Post-pandemic, there's just a lot of anxiety and angst in young people, and it's really challenging. And I think that Outward Bound offers life skills that are really valuable in helping them meet that challenge. Outward Bound focuses on how to do challenging things with other people.
Well, one thing about canoeing is that you have a partner. So already you're communicating with them, you're working together to navigate, figure out where you're going, and there is a partnership and communication of teamwork that is required to canoe. There's a rhythm that comes with the paddling and having somebody that's going to be there to support you when you're carrying the canoe. There's also this piece of encouragement because you're always going to have somebody with you and you're going to have a group that you have to keep track of as you're paddling across a lake. So there's a lot of learning to be had just with traveling by canoe with other people. And when students come and they find that right balance of support and challenge, they're actually able to then feel comfortable enough to learn. And so I find that an Outward Bound expedition is a great place to learn from having that support and still being in a place of challenge.
I think this experience will really help me in feeling good about being on my own. I feel like now, because I've braved the outdoor world and everything that comes with that, college seems like an easy transition, and just being in a dorm, even though I'll be with new people and by myself, I've seen how fast and easy it is to make friends and to learn new things, and I'm confident that I'll be able to do that pretty easily after this.
I honestly am really glad to be going to college with these people. I think I'm so lucky to have been able to do this experience with people that I'm gonna still be friends with, because it just created such a cool bond.
Because even though I had never really spent time in the outdoors like this before, I'd never done any kind of hiking, backpacking or anything like that, I feel like I can really look back at how I've progressed and grown over the last 2 weeks and can say that VOPS has definitely had a profound impact on my development and just my ability to find confidence within myself and just know that even in the midst of a challenge, I can tap into that inner strength and continue onwards.
I believe wholeheartedly that the group management skills, that building of the community that happens on an Outward Bound course, literally some of the best professional development that's available out there.
I can think of one of my favorite conversations was after a group of students did their Outward Bound experience, and they were proud of that accomplishment. The level of confidence that each of them had individually and as a group. They felt like now there wasn't anything that they can't do in life. They shared that amongst themselves that, yeah, we're resilient. We can do anything. We are powerful people now because of what they were able to overcome.